Hello students. So before we solve all the exercise problems of 3.2, let us go through three important results which are very essential for us to solve the problems not only of this exercise but for the entire unit. Right? Now these three important results have already been discussed in the previous video segment where we also solved the problems of exercise 3.1. But before we proceed, let us go through all those three important results, and also we should also see the graphical interpretation as well as the conclusions what we need to make from these three results. Now in the previous section we had three different kinds of problems here. We had two equations, three problems, and all these three problems gave three different results. Now we had the equation of the form a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. Right? So I have written all the three equations, and now let us write their ratios a1 by a2. So here it is 1 by 3. The next b1 by b2 minus 2 by 4, and then we have c1 by c2 which is 0 divided by minus 20. Okay. So next again write a1 by a2 which is 2 by 4, then b1 by b2 is 3 by 6, and then we have minus 9 by minus 18, and the third one is 1 by 2, 2 by 4, and then minus 4 by minus 12. So if we compare the ratios, now we have seen that in the first case there was a single point, that means there was one value of x and y which satisfied both the equations, and graphically we saw that these two lines coincide at a point. Right? Now how do the ratios look like? So we find that a1 by a2 is in no way equal to b1 by b2. So if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, what is the conclusion? Graphically we find that these two lines intersect. They are intersecting. They intersect, and there is one solution. And what is that solution? That solution represents the point of intersection of these two lines. The point where the two lines intersect. So if two lines intersect, the point wherein these two lines intersect happens to be the solution of these two equations. Right? So this is a very important result where a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Next, considering these two, so 2 by 4 is 1 by 2, 3 by 6 is also 1 by 2, minus 9 by minus 18 is also 1 by 2. So we have a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. So when all the ratios are equal, now what does this indicate? This indicates that these two lines coincide. So these two lines coincide, and therefore there are infinite solutions. That means I have one line and I have the other line on top of the other. So the two lines coincide, so you have infinitely many solutions. Right? So for these two cases, the solution exists. What are the two cases? The first case is a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. Right? So we are not bothered about c1 by c2 here. The next case, all the three ratios are equal. That means for these two cases, the solution exists. So we say that the system is consistent. Right? The system is consistent, or the solution exists. So for the first case, there is one solution. For the next case, there are infinitely many solutions, and graphically they are represented by a point, or the two lines intersecting, or the two lines coinciding. Now next case, what do we observe? We observe that this is 1 by 2, 2 by 4 is also 1 by 2. So a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. But here minus 4 by minus 12 is 1 by 3, but is not equal to C1 by C2. Right? So therefore this condition is where the two lines are parallel. They represent parallel lines. So when two lines are parallel, they do not meet, so therefore there is no solution. And therefore the system is inconsistent. So these are the most important results which you need to remember. So given a set of two equations, before we even solve them, by just observing the ratio, we can check whether the system is consistent, and if consistent, whether there is one solution or infinitely many solutions by these two results, or if the system is inconsistent by this result. So let us remember, A1 by A2 not equal to B1 by B2. One solution, the two lines intersect, system is consistent. All the ratios are equal, system of course is consistent, the two lines coincide, infinitely many solutions. A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2 but is not equal to C1 by C2. The two lines are parallel and therefore there is no solution. So when there is no solution, the system is inconsistent. So now let us go through all the problems of exercise 3.2. So first problem, first one. There are 10 students in class 10 and they have taken a maths quiz exam, and the number of girls is 4 more than number of boys. So find the number of boys and girls. So let's assume that X be the number of girls and Y be the number of boys. So what has been given? That the number of girls is 4 more than number of boys. So girls are more than boys by how many? By 4. So X minus Y is 4, right? And what about the total number of students who took the exam? It is 10. So the total number of boys and girls is equal to 10. So therefore X plus Y equals 10. Right? So now we need to find the solution here. So let's try to find the solution graphically. So I have X, then I have, for the first case, I have Y equals X minus 4. So when X is 0, Y is minus 4, and when Y is 0, when is Y 0? When X is 4. So these are the 2 points where the lines intersect the X and Y axis. So similarly for the next one, when X is, I have X, and then what is Y? Y is 10 minus X. Y is 10 minus X. So when X is 0, I have Y equal to 10. But when X is 10, when I put X equal to 10, I get Y equal to 0. So these are the 2 points. So how do we plot these 2 points? So these 2 points can be plotted very easily. So make sure that you take a graph sheet. So the first point is 4, comma 0. X is 4, Y is 0. So it is a point on the x-axis. And then I have X is 0, but Y is minus 4. So this is a point on the y-axis. So this is the first line. So this line represents X minus Y equal to 4. So next I have 2 more points. X equal to 10, Y is 0. And then I have Y equal to 10 and X is 0. So Y is 10 and X is 0. So let us join these 2 points. Right, so this is X plus Y equal to 10. So this is the point of intersection. So we find that if you do it in the graph sheet, we get the point of intersection as 7, comma 3. So Y is 7 and X is 3. Right? So make sure that you take a graph sheet and you mark all these points and then join the 2 points using a scale and the point of intersection. So this would correspond to 7, and the y-axis here, the distance would correspond to 3. So 0, 3. So the point is 7, 3. So therefore there are 7 girls and 3 boys. So 7 minus 3 is 4, 7 plus 3 is problem. There are 5 pencils and 7 pens which cost rupees 50, and there are 7 pencils and 5 pens which cost rupees 46. So we need to find the value of x and y. So how do we find the value of x and y? Let us assume that pencils is x, the cost of pen is y. So we have 5x plus 7y equal to 50, and 7x plus 5y equal to 46. So we need to find the point, that is the value of x and y, by using graphical method. So here for the first case I have x, and what is y here? So y equals, so 50, I bring this to RHS, minus 5x divided by 7. So y is 50 minus 5x divided by 7. Okay. So when x is 0, I find that y is 50 by 7. And when is y 0? Y is 0 when the numerator is 0, isn't it? So if x is 10, I get 50 minus 50, isn't it? So I get a 0 here. So the 2 points are 10, 0 and then 0, 50 by 7. Then the next one, x, here y equals, so I bring this to RHS, 46 minus 7x divided by 5. So I have x, so y equals 46 and then minus 7x divided by 5. So when x is 0, I get 46 by 5. And when is y 0? Y is 0 when 7 into x is 46. So when is 7 into x 46? 7 into x is 46. So if x is 46 by 7, when x is 46 by 7, so 7 will get cancelled. I get 46 minus 46. So I would get this as 0 here. Alright, so the 2 points are very clearly given. So I have x and y coordinate. So x is, this is 10, 0. So again you have to take a graph sheet. So this is going to be 0, 50 by 7. You join these two. So this corresponds to the first line, 5x plus 7y equal to 50. And then what about the second one? I have x, which is 46 by 7. And this is going to be 46 by 5. So 46 by 5 is much greater than 50 by 7. So I have 0, 46 by 5. So let us join these 2 points. So the point of intersection would be x equal to 3 and y equal to 5. Right? So make sure that you take a graph sheet and mark the points correctly, join the 2 lines and find the point of intersection, and that would correspond to x equal to 3 and y equal to 5. So here in problem 2, we need to compare the ratios and we need to identify if there is a solution or if there is no solution. So let us compare the ratios. So here a1 by a2 is 5 by 7, and then is it equal to or not equal to? b1 by b2 is minus 4 by 6. So a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. So therefore they are intersecting. And of course they are consistent. that means there is one solution. Right? So for this condition, it is consistent, there is only one solution, it means the two lines are intersecting. For the next case, A1 by A2 is 9 by 18, B1 by B2 is 3 by 6, C1 by C2 is 12 by 24. This is 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So all of them are equal, the ratios are equal, so therefore they are consistent, then they are coinciding lines, and of course there are infinite solutions. So these two are consistent, that means the solution exists. For the next one, we have 6 by 2, then minus 3 by minus 1, and then we have 10 by 9. So this is 3 by 1. Which is equal to 3 by 1 but is not equal to 10 by 9. So in this case where A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 but is not equal to C1 by C2, that means they are parallel lines and there is no solution. Right? So by observing the ratios we can identify whether the solution exists and what kind of solutions we have or. So in the following problem, we need to check if they are consistent or inconsistent. So these two conditions are consistent and this is inconsistent. So let us check. So we have 3 by 2 and then we have 2 by minus 3. So we know that A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2. So therefore the system is consistent. So I will just write C for consistent and I for inconsistent. Now problem 2, we find that we have 2 by 4, minus 3 by minus 6, minus 8 by minus 9. So this is 1 by 2, this is also 1 by 2, but this is not 1 by 2. Right? So these two are equal, but is not equal to C1 by C2, so therefore the system is inconsistent. That means there is no solution. So here we have 3 by 2 divided by 9. So we get 3 by 18, and then here we have 5 by 3 divided by 10. So which is 5 by 30 with a minus sign here, and then we have minus 7 and then minus 14. So here we get 3 by 18. So this is 3 by 18. This implies this is 3 by 18 and this is 5 by minus 30. So these two are not equal. So if A1 by A2 is not equal to B1 by B2, then the system is consistent, the first case. Next, we have 5 by minus 10, minus 3 by 6, and then we have minus 11 by 22. So this is 1 by 2, this is 1 by 2, this is also 1 by 2. They are all equal, so therefore the system is consistent. That is the second case where we have infinite solutions. Then the next one, here we have 4 by 3 divided by 2, which is 2 here. Next 2 by 3 and then minus 8 by minus 12. So this is 4 by 6, which is 2 by 3. This is 2 by 3, this is also 2 by 3, right? So they are all equal, so the system is consistent. That means we have the second condition where we have infinite solutions. So in problem 4, we need to find if the system is consistent or inconsistent. If it is consistent, we need to find the solution graphically. So we have A1, which is 1, by A2 is 2. Then I have B1 is 1, by B2 is again 2, C1 by C2, which is minus 5 by minus 10. So they are all equal, this is again 1 by 2. So this is the second case where all of them are equal, that means system is consistent, the two lines coincide and there are infinitely many solutions. Right? Okay, so I need to find the points. So how do I find the points? I have x. Now what is y? Y is equal to, So from here I have 5 minus x. Y is 5 minus x. So take 5 to RHS, x to RHS, I get y equals 5 minus x. So when x is 0, y is 5. And when x is 5, y is 0. Correct? Now I find that these two are one and the same. If I divide this by 2, I get x plus y minus 5. So these two are one and the same. So I get the same 2 points. So how do I plot this? So we plot this. I have x axis, y axis. So I have 5 comma 0 and then 0 comma 5. The points remain the same for both the cases. So I just join these 2 points. So these 2 points represent a line, and this is x plus 5 minus 5 equal to 0, x plus y, and is also equal to 2x plus 2y minus 10 equal to 0. So the 2 lines coincide. So there are infinitely many solutions. So the next problem, A1 is 1, A2 is 3. So next B1 is minus 1, B2 is minus 3. And then we have C1, which is minus 8, and C2 is minus 16. So we have, this is 1 by 3, this is again 1 by 3, but this is not 1 by 3. Okay, so when we have the first 2 ratios are equal but is not equal to C1 by C2, which means the system is inconsistent. There is no solution. Next, moving on to the next problem, we have A1 by A2, which is 2 by 4, B1 by B2, which is 1 by minus 2. Right? So here what we find, this is 1 by 2, which is not equal to 1 by minus 2. So therefore the system is consistent. The first case where the 2 lines coincide and there is only one solution. So now we need to find the solution graphically. So I have x, and here what is y? Let us find out. So y equals 6. So I bring the 6 to RHS, minus 2x. So it is 6 minus 2x here. Now y here is, so 2y, if I take this to RHS, I get 4x minus 4, or y equals 2x minus 2. So y equals 2x minus 2 for the second equation. So I have x, y is 6 minus 2x. So when x is 0, y is 6. And when x is 3, I find that y is 0. Now for the next one, y is 2x minus 2. When x is 0, I find that y is minus 2. And then when is this equal to 0? When x is 1, y is 0. Okay, so we have the 4 points, so we need to plot them. So this is the x-axis and the y-axis. So the first point is 3 comma 0, and this is 0 comma 6, so it's 0 comma 6 here, and then 1 comma 0. So let me join these 2 points first. So this is 1 comma 0, and the next one is 0 comma minus 2, so it's below y-axis. So I need to join these 2 points. So these 2 points are joined and the line is extended. So you join these 2 points and you extend it, it intersects. So please do it on a graph sheet. So when you extend it, you get the point of intersection as 2 comma 2. 1 by A2, which is 2 by 4, B1 by B2, which is minus 2 by minus 4, and then C1 by C2 is minus 2 by minus 5. So this is 1 by 2, this is also 1 by 2, these two are equal, but this is not equal to C1 by C2, so therefore the system is inconsistent. Right? So now let's take the next problem. So we have the length and the perimeter given here. So let us assume that the length is x and the width is y. And given in the problem, half the perimeter, suppose I have the length and the breadth, right? So we have the length and the breadth, this is the length as well as this is the breadth. So the length is x, breadth is y. Now given that half the perimeter, full perimeter is 2x plus 2y. Half the perimeter is x plus y. So x plus y is given as 36. And it is also given that the length is 4 more than the breadth. That means x minus 4 equals y, right? Or x is equal to y plus 4. So the length is 4 more than the breadth. So these two equations have been given. So we need to find the value of x and y. Okay? So how do we find the value of x and y? So we have x plus y equal to 36, and then we have x bringing y to this side minus y, and bringing this to this side we have 4. Okay? So we can easily find the value of x and y by elimination, which we'll be doing it later in subsequent sections. So here I have these two equations. I can add these two. When I add these two, y will get cancelled. So I have 2x is equal to 40. So x is equal to 20. Right? So when x is 20 here, what is y? Y is 20 minus 4, which is 16, which is y. So we have found out the value of x and y as given in the problem. So problem 6, there is equation 2x plus 3y minus 8 equal to 0. So write another equation such that those two equations are intersecting. First condition, intersecting. Now for intersecting, a1 by a2 should not be equal to b1 by b2. Okay, so I can give any value as the coefficient of x. So if I make this 3x, so I get 2 by 3 here, a1 by a2. But this should not be 2 by 3, so let me make it 4y minus some value 12 equal to 0. So a1 by a2 is 2 by 3, which is not equal to b1 by b2, which is 3 by 4. So therefore, here we have the two lines intersecting. So next, I need to have two lines which are parallel. So for parallel, a1 by a2 and b1 by b2, those two ratios should be equal, isn't it? So a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2, but should not be equal to c1 by c2. Parallel lines, no solution. So a1 by a2, let us consider 4x. So I get 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2. So when will I get 1 by 2 here? If I have 6y. Right? So 3 by 6 is also 1 by 2 minus, so I should choose a value here such that it is not 1 by 2. So let me take it as 10 equal to 0. Right? I can choose even 12. If I choose 12, I will not get 1 by 2. But I should not take this as 16. If I take it as 16, then it will become equal to c1 by c2. Right? So this is one of the equations wherein you find that these two lines will be parallel. And then the three lines should coincide. So coincide is very easy. You can multiply this with either 2, 3. Multiple of this equation will give me a line which is coincide. So let me multiply this with 3. So I get 6x plus 9y minus 24 equal to 0 is one of them. So coinciding. Coincide. I can even multiply it by 2 and get 4x plus 6y minus 16 equal to 0. I will get many such equations. So one of the possible value of the equation is this. So problem 7 is a very interesting problem. Here these are two lines, and these two lines are supposed to intersect at a given point. So we need to find the vertices of a triangle such that we have 2 points on the x-axis and the other point happens to be a point where these two lines intersect. That means if I have the x-axis here and y-axis. Let's consider these are the two lines. They will intersect at some point, right? So this point happens to be the solution. Now these two lines will also intersect the x-axis, isn't it? So now this forms the 3 points of a triangle which we need to find. So we need to find the points of the triangle or the vertices of a triangle formed by these two lines as well as the point of intersection, right? Okay, so let us find. So we have x, and what is y? Taking y to RHS, I have x plus 1. So if x is 0, I find that y is 1. And when is y 0? When x is minus 1. So I get a 0 here. Okay. So we have got the 2 points for the first equation. For the next one I have x. And what is y? Y is 12 minus 3x by 2. It is 12 minus 3x by 2. So if x is 0, then y is 12 by 2, which is 6. And then when is y 0? When the numerator is 0. So 3 into 4 gives me 12. So if x is 4, then y is 0. So these are the 2 points. So we have got the 2 points. So let us plot them on a graph sheet. So the x-axis and the y-axis. So we have these 2 points as defined. So the first point is x is minus 1 and y is 0, and then y is 1 and x is 0. So this is the first line, and the next line happens to be given by x is 4 comma 0 and y is 0 comma 6. So I join these two. Right? So what are the 3 points of the triangle? 3 points of the triangle are minus 1, 0, 4, 0, and in the graph sheet you will also get this point of intersection. So this point of intersection happens to be 2 comma 3. So in the graph sheet you will be able to find that the x distance is 2 and the y distance is 3. Okay, so this is the point of intersection, and these are the 3 points of the triangle. Right? So in this section we have seen the 3 conditions. The first 2 conditions where the system is consistent but we have one solution, and then the other case where we have infinitely many solutions, and another case where there is no solution, where the system is inconsistent. And we have also solved all the problems of exercise 3.2. So in the next video segment we shall see how we can find the solution by substitution, right? We shall try to solve all the problems given in the next exercise 3.3. So I hope you found the video informative. Make sure that you do share, like and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell button so that you do get notifications for all the other videos being uploaded. And thanks for watching.